We know for the past decade or so that Disney have been revisiting some of their classic animated characters, giving them a whole new life on the big screen by rebooting them in live action. So when this was announced at 2019's Disney D23 conference, I really had no idea how to feel about it at the time. The picture that they released showing Emma Stone as Cruella along with Jasper and Harris was a nice little tease, at least showcasing the film style and giving us an indication of the tone. It was described as being set in the punk rock era of the 1970s. It was a decent first look at the movie. Even the Dalmatians that Cruella had on a leash was a nice touch that referenced her obsession, but it really wasn't enough to sell me on the film. Okay, so skip ahead to this week, and after what seemed like a lifetime of waiting for a trailer or even a teaser to really showcase what this movie has to offer, they dropped a poster and revealed the film's release date. After that, the first trailer followed, and that's what finally gave me something to believe in this movie. Mind you, I'm a big Emma Stone fan, so that was the hook for me to give this film a chance, regardless of how it turned out. Now the trailer is pretty interesting. The setting being in London was a given, since Cruella is born in London, and the original 101 Dalmatian story, where her character originated from, was set in the city. For me, Cruella has always been one of the more interesting Disney villains, so it's interesting that we get to see her climb to power. I just hope that Disney gives us something a lot deeper and more fleshed out than the story we got for their last villain-focused feature film, Maleficent. Angelina Jolie was perfect casting in the role and gave a great performance. Unfortunately, the film overall was hit and miss, but Cruella is a different character. While over the top and outlandish, she is very much grounded in reality compared to Maleficent, who is fantastical in nature. I'm hoping that since they have a template on how to do this character in live action. Yes, I'm referring to Glenn Close's take on Cruella in the two live-action 101 Dalmatian films, which, I guess, was their first attempt at doing the whole animated to live-action formula that has since become a staple for the studio today. Glenn Close was able to seamlessly channel the same manic energy from her animated counterpart, infused with her own take on the character to deliver a performance that carried both films. Emma Stone is no Glenn Close, but she is a talented actress in her own right, who has yet to sink her teeth into a role like this by playing a villain. I really want to see what she will bring to young Cruella, especially under Craig Gillespie's direction. His involvement in this project is another positive, considering his resume. He directed Lars and the Real Girl, as well as the Margot Robbie-led black comedy I, Tonya. Speaking of the latter film, it shares a glaring similarity, not just in tone, but also with the lead star Margot Robbie, who plays the DCEU's Harley Quinn. I couldn't help being reminded of Harley Quinn when seeing Emma Stone's performance as Cruella. Well, Cruella definitely came before Harley in terms of conception, but it's hard not to make the comparison between the two. I'm certain they are not turning Cruella into a Harley Quinn ripoff. At least, I hope not. Also, they seem to have nailed the glitz and the glamour that's very much a part of Cruella's lifestyle, as well as the look. I can't wait to see some of the outlandish outfits they've made for Emma Stone to wear. We also get glimpses of Jasper and Harris. Jasper is played by British actor Joel Fry from Plebs, who really is an interesting choice for the role. Joining him and completing the lovable henchman duo is Paul Walter Hauser as Horace, someone who has worked with the film's director before in I, Tonya. Hauser is an amazing talent when it comes to comedy, so he's going to nail whatever humor is needed in the film. Are they going to make them bumbling and dim-witted, or do more with their characters? We will have to wait and see. Either way, it's nice that they've included them here to create some history and perhaps a long working relationship with Cruella, who ends up being their boss. One notable character that's missing is of course Anita, who presumably has a small part to play, as she and Cruella are classmates, plus the role has been casted. It's very much likely that they will build up more of a relationship between these two, showing the beginnings of their friendship before it gets strained in some way due to Cruella becoming even more cruel, no pun intended, over the course of the film. That's the beauty of doing a prequel. You can explore so much, but also get carried away, especially when adding new lore to a character that never needed any to leave her mark. Cruella is iconic and a larger-than-life character, even without any backstory. Another character this trailer focuses on is the Baroness, who is said to be the film's antagonist. Funny how the antagonist has her own antagonist. The Baroness, played by Emma Thompson, is said to be the one that ultimately puts Cruella down her dark path to becoming the sinister, fur-loving villain we see in 101 Dalmatians. This really is a great first trailer, and now my expectations for the film have gone from not expecting much to very much being interested in seeing this on its release date. Hopefully it can open up on the 21st of May and it doesn't end up being pushed back, or worse yet, skip cinemas entirely and end up on Disney Plus for an additional fee on top of subscription cost. But that's assuming COVID cases have gone down by then and cinemas have reopened, because I really would love to see this on a big screen, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. You can tell that this is going to be a fun romp, filled with music and beautiful costumes set against a wonderful 70s backdrop. So what better way to experience this wild ride than at your local cinema? Anyways folks, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.